Coming up on ECG, Heroes of the Storm 2.0 goes live.
NBC is powerless for real this time, because I think I said that before.
Nintendo continues supporting the 2DS system.
I told you so about Superman.
I knew it. All this and more. All this and more coming up on the East Coast Geek podcast. Welcome to episode 97 of the East Coast Geek podcast for Saturday, April 29th, 2017, where we bring you all the latest news on comics, movies, and gaming. I'm your host, Jeremy, and with me, as always, is Opu. How you doing, bud?
Aside from messing up the intro, sorry, I didn't write that line. He wrote that line.
See?
So.
I told you.
My low-level dyslexia screwed everything up for me.
Oh, my God.
I ruined the funny.
So the cat's out of the bag. Superman's here. Alright, anyways, he'll be on the show later. So what's been going on, man? What have you been up to? Read anything good? Watch anything good?
I'm still reading that Sherlock Holmes versus Cthulhu story.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Again, it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm also listening to Sherlock Holmes stories normally. Hey, real quick, a little update about the Bendy and the Ink Machine, which I discussed last week.
Yeah.
It dropped on Steam this week. The first episode's free. The second episode is $5.99, I think. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I'll have to check that out then.
I mean, like the first episode's free. It's only like 20 minutes of gameplay, or it's a very short episode. But
whatever. It's a little bit of taste of the game.
Yep.
So, awesome. I have been doing the same thing I always do. I've been specializing in my first-person shooter play between actually playing a little bit of Overwatch lately and Rainbow Six. Still can't seem to kick the habit. I try to play other games, and I have to go right back to Rainbow Six. And it's the fun of the team and all that good stuff. So, because most of the time people come to watch the stream because it's funny to listen to us yell at each other and tell each other how they're failing.
You can yell at each other in other games too, right?
Yeah, but they don't want to play the other games I want to play, so...
They should realize that it's not for them, it's for the audience's sake.
Yeah,
you have to play what the audience wants.
Yeah, but it's still, I mean, Adam can attest, it's hilarious. Yeah, see?
The banter is hilarious.
Yeah.
Adam, play with him, is that what you're saying? The banter is hilarious?
No, Adam does not play with me, but Adam is an avid subscriber. Alright, the only thing I had interesting this week is I was at the store, and it seemed like it was the 80s out. Do you remember the really tight jeans, the black zip-up leather...
That the windbreak? Oh, the leather.
No. The shoes, the shoes that girls wore that had like a short heel. And,
yeah, gosh.
And,
the black leather heels.
Black leather heels. So it's not a huge heel, but it's enough to lift, okay? And then, like, tight jeans, white bare midriff shirt and a black hat and like a little leather jacket that is also about the same height as the freaking midriff shirt. Yeah, I
never understood those jackets.
I experienced that this week. It was very interesting, and I don't want to see it anymore. I don't know what kids are thinking. The things that they think were cool, I guess. They weren't.
Well, fashion and trends are circular, so that could be it.
Yeah, well...
And mostly I remember from the 80s is really bright pinks and colors like that. Pinks and blues.
Yeah, well, the tie-dye stuff. Crazy.
Well, not necessarily tie-dye, but it was like everything was triangles and point, crossed over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Great. Yeah, so watch out. It's the 80s out there. Kids are trying to imitate everything. So, anything interesting on your part besides the book and all that?
What else was interesting this week?
How's ukulele going?
Ukulele? I don't play much during the week because, unfortunately, I work and I have to drive an hour. It was Hot Pink Triangles, thank you. Yes. That was the 80s, and Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters. Anyways, no, so with ukulele, it's okay. It's a platformer. I'm enjoying it, but it's between playing that and then I play Breath of the Wild a lot and I'm really trying to avoid playing the last boss and going through Hyrule Castle. I've done it just enough to do the captured memories section,
right?
Or lost memories, whatever you want to say. I've done that, but I'm still trying to like max out Link. Get all the hearts and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I just got the ability to take pictures with the camera, so
the cheek slate or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So I've slowly been playing here and there. Just it's nice because I can play in the dining room upstairs while the wife's cooking in the kitchen because, the limited wireless range that the pad has for the Wii U. So.
Well, supposedly there's a way or is that just for the controllers themselves?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the Wii U. I'm talking about the
Wii
Switch.
U.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Supposedly you can open up one of the controls and by putting a piece of tin in there, you can increase its range.
Yeah, it's like doing the stupid tinfoil thing on the freaking the antennas.
Rabbit ears.
Yeah,
talk about 80s there.
Yeah. There you go. Ain't nothing more 80s than that. Yeah, I'll get around to it. Like I said, I've been playing other things. I've actually been taking a bunch of chunks out of Ghost Recon as well. So, timed discipline between all these different games is killing me. So why don't we? Speaking of time, why don't we jump into? You have a comics thing, and I don't have a picture.
Yeah, you didn't get a picture. That's okay. Well, I'll delay it.
I'll work on. No. I'll work on it while you're talking.
Okay, well, while you're working, I'll do some kind of not necessarily segue, but like a prequel intro. So anyway, DC's doing a lot of stuff for online, I guess you could say. What's going to happen is that they are, we've discussed Young Justice Season 3, which they're working on. They've also decided to work on a live-action Teen Titans. A new live-action Teen Titans series is in the works, which will be a part of the new DC digital network that's also featuring Young Justice Season 3. Titans is being written by Jeff Jones, DC Entertainment president, comic book writer, and co-runner of the DCEU films. You might want to strike that last one from your record for now. Wait until the Justice League movie comes out or something before you start bragging about that.
Yeah.
Titans Titans premieres next year and is described as Titans follows a group of young, soon-to-be superheroes recruited from every corner of the DC universe. In this action-packed series, Dick Grayson emerges from the shadows to become the leader of a fearless band of new heroes, including Starfire, Raven, and many others. Titans is a dramatic live-action adventure series that will explore and celebrate one of the most popular comic book teams ever. Now, here's the thing. Teen Titans also has like one of the highest body counts in comic books. Well, a lot of their characters die, both villains and heroes. Bad things happen to a lot of their characters.
Right.
So
remember what I said? I think I brought it up before, and that Teen Titans Go on the shelf is who's Ashes? There's an Ash can.
Yeah, it's like Robin 2 or something.
Yeah, something like
David
that.
Todd.
yeah, there you go.
Well, he didn't die in the Titans comic, though.
No, that's fine, but...
You know what, real quick, because I am not completely familiar, Teen Titans death count. Let's see if that pops up on. That's going to be something weird. Let's see. Teen Titans body count.
There's actually a page for it. That's great.
Yep, there's Terra 1, there's Dove 1, there's Narc, there's Cole, Aquagirl, Robin 2, which obviously that wasn't in the same comic. Here we go. Here's some from Titans Hunt. So I'm assuming that story arc was in, I think Armageddon 2000. No, that was JSA, I guess. So Golden Eagle, Danny Chase, Raven, Jericho, Zero. Jeez, I can't remember which one of these are. Power Boy. That was Teen Titans East special. And then I guess technically 0 Hour did erase everybody. So does that count? I don't know. God. But they do kill a lot of people, or people get injured and severely injured.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
And it's also weird. Everybody knows Deathstroke the Terminator, the assassin that can use 90% of his brain, but in the superhero fashion and not the having a seizure fashion.
He's almost as good as Lucy, who can use 100%.
Yep. Thank goodness. He is so. It's the main villain is a grown man, trained assassin, soldier, warrior, and he picks on teenagers.
Well, that's
I guess they stepped on his lawn one too many times.
Hey, you damn kids, get off my lawn.
And it's implied that he was in. I think they kind of tried to retcon it later on, but he was in a relationship with Terra One. Spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen a comic that's 30 plus years old now.
Great. All right. Well, is that all we got for the Teen Titans? I got the picture up.
Up there, you got the picture. That's all I've got.
Okay.
So obviously this is different than Teen Titans Go, which actually has its own dark humor, as we've pointed out. Which that's kind of the stuff I enjoy from Teen Titans Go, although I wish it didn't overtake Cartoon Network. I haven't seen the Judas Contract animation that came out, unfortunately. I don't.
Well, that was recent, right?
Yeah, I guess it was like last year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure. I mean, it's DC, so they usually have solid animation. So I'm not too worried about that. And it didn't star Batman. So I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up for some reason.
Amazing. DC, the house Batman built. All right. All right, let's do this then. Quiet. So I had to look when you put this in there, but I didn't realize that this was the show you were talking about. NBC pulls Powerless from the schedule. Did they do something wrong?
Apparently, not getting many viewers is the problem. So yeah, they haven't even finished their first season. The first and maybe only, well, I don't know, Supergirl's kind of a joke. And Arrow certainly is now. So the first DC comedy TV series, Powerless, has gotten the axe from NBC. NBC actually pulled Powerless from the Thursday night schedule prior to finishing its first season. Superstore has now taken Powerless's 8:30 to 7:30 Central Time, or 8:30 7:30 Central Time slot. Ratings are low for Powerless, around 2 million, and 2 episodes have yet to be aired, which includes one with Batman TV actor Adam West. It's unknown if the Adam West Powerless episode will even air. Powerless attempted to bring the Batman crowd as it featured Vanessa Hudgens' character as Director of Research and Development for Wayne Security. However, we see that fans never really took to the series.
Hey, runner-up for... in defense of Powerless, of course. Runner-up for studio to cut shows before they're over. NBC, right after Fox.
Yeah.
The only difference is the only reason why
I point that out. So I'm glad you pointed that out.
The only reason that NBC lost some points is they actually aired the episodes in order.
Yeah, that's fair. And so and I haven't seen that much about Powerless. Even Adam has said it was okayish. I'm assuming you're talking about the Powerless, but
Mitch, is Alan Tudyk a bad penny?
Is what?
Is Alan Tudyk a bad penny?
You know what? That's very true. But the thing is, this does not have the cult following that Serenity or Firefly had.
But it didn't get that cult following until after it was off the air. Trust me.
That's true. But then again, I mean, it's not the first time that they've canceled shows that were actually extremely popular. So
yeah.
What do you want to do about that? I don't know. But, again, you haven't seen many people talk about it. You haven't seen any memes, any quotes pop up yet. You know how some movies, it happens on, or movies, TV shows, comic books, it happens overnight if they are popular.
Yeah, if something happens, and it's just not doing that. Not at all.
I wonder if this ties, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I wonder if this ties into that it's not streaming online potentially. I don't know about that. We've discussed that previously about not syndicated, but cable shows versus being on the internet. Because I'm not watching it. I would have checked it out, but I didn't see anything online about it.
Yeah,
and I really didn't look. I'll be honest with you.
I don't have cable.
Yeah,
I mean that's becoming more and more common than anything anymore. People are slowly but surely moving into only having streaming services anyways, because I don't want to watch commercials. I barely watched when we had satellite television along with the internet stuff. We watched Hulu and Netflix. We didn't watch satellite.
Yeah, I don't even watch Hulu anymore because they have those commercials that pop up.
Oh, you just got to pay the extra couple of bucks.
I'm not going to pay those other couple bucks because it's principle of the matter. I hate that moving goalpost things where I joined Hulu to begin with for not the commercials. No, okay, well, now we're going to do commercials. No, that's what cable first did. Remember, cable, when it first came out, it was like, no commercials. And then they realized all the money they were missing out on, so they sold their principles, and they were like, okay, we're going to have commercials now.
Yeah, but
so Hulu's doing the same thing, and so I wouldn't be surprised if every few years they're going to start raising the rates on that. It hasn't happened recently, but
the rates are going to go up anyways because of inflation. But that's neither here nor there. So
that's another thing. I can't afford the $7 a month. I've got too many other things I got to pay for.
Yeah, all those crappy video games you play, or your JoJo.
Who's the one playing EA? Ubisoft games.
Oh, get out of here! All right, next thing. Unless there's anything else with bashing on Powerless.
No, I don't have nothing for...
That was it, just that blurb.
But I was going to make a quick note. Yes, Taylor, if you're listening to when this is a podcast, you are probably the smartest, most handsomest, and most humble person ever.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he asked me to say that. But he does have some fantastic hair. So now we can move on.
All right. Unbreakable sequel has been announced, and the title will be Glass. I didn't even know, honestly, when I first watched it, that it was a comic book movie. But
even though it opens up on a comic book panel.
I know. I was younger then and foolish, and I'd been out of the comic book phase for a while.
Well, I guess it opened up with him being born, right? Then it segued.
Yeah. Unbreakable starred Bruce Willis as a man with powers that made him invulnerable. He went up against Samuel L. Jackson's character, the villain of the movie, Mr. Glass.
And Mr. Glass is called Mr. Glass because he has the brittle bone disease.
Yes.
So, literally, you can injure him with a harsh glare. Right. But he played him extremely well. Samuel L. Jackson was so good in that movie. Bruce Willis was okay, but Samuel L. Jackson, he was so good.
M. Night Shyamalan has also revealed that Glass will see the return of Bruce Willis as David Dunn and Samuel L. Jackson as Mr. Glass /
And
Elijah
there's going to be somebody else returning, but I guess because it's kind of a spoiler for the movie that just got released from M. Night Shyamalan.
It's on DVD now.
It's on DVD. Okay, so James McAvoy is going to be in there, so you can guess who he might be playing.
So Professor X is going to be in this movie. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely.
That is totally not what we're saying.
Between Mr. Glass and Professor Xavier.
And he's just going to go like this, and Mr. Glass
is
just going to shatter.
Really hard.
And then Mr. Glass will just shatter completely. It was a very
telekinetic powers. Well, he's got low-level telekinetic powers.
It's a very interesting movie if you've never seen it before. A very dark story too.
Yeah.
I thought it fit for M. Night Shyamalan pretty well. Actually, when I saw it, I was like, who directed this? And I was very surprised that it was actually him. Even though I think that was in his heyday anyways. But
this was just after Sixth Sense, I think. And this was Sixth Sense came out and it was great. This came out, it was great. And then he came out with
The Village
I think.
Yeah.
And that was stupid. Then he came out with Girl in the Water or whatever.
Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water, and that was really stupid. Then he came out with The Happening, I think. And that was really, really stupid.
With What's Happening? Like the TV show?
No, The Happening. With the trees. Trees decided killing people.
Oh, okay.
By using pheromones that drive us crazy to kill ourselves.
Oh. Is that all? Alright. So that should be... Oh, yeah. Glass has a January 18th, 2019 release from Universal Studios and also starring James McAvoy.
Which I discussed with
Professor X. Yeah. All right. I will definitely want to see this because, like I said, I really liked that first movie. So, and that they're gonna sequelize it. That's even better. It's like
I wonder if he's gonna be able to recapture that magic though, because even his movies now have been. I guess a lot of people gave Split a good review, so maybe he's back. I don't know.
I can't. It's like I really wanted, and all things with being timely too. I really wanted a sequel to The Incredibles, and it's taken how long to get it? And we still don't have it announced on the horizon, right? They said they're working.
We haven't had
on
a
it.
trailer or anything, but it's been announced.
Well, it's been too long. I mean, these guys are, even though they're voice actors, they're still getting up there. You get closer and closer to death's door, unfortunately, especially for Hollywood stars lately.
Yes, a sequel 19 years after the original is a long time.
Has it been 19 years? No. Which one are you talking about? Incredibles or Unbreakable?
That came out before Incredibles. It hasn't been that.
Oh,
it hasn't been 19 years. Incredibles had to be like 2003 or something.
No, he's right. Unbreakable came out in 2000. It will be 19 years. Holy crap. That is terrible.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I was making sure that it wasn't Incredibles that was 19 years old.
The Incredibles was 2004. Incredibles 2.
See, I was close.
Incredibles 2 is slated for 2018, so 14 years. They need to get more timely with their releases on these movies, because I mean, unless you do a clean slate like our next story,
hey Perry,
it kind of loses the whole. You can't really do that much more because people are going to start dying out.
Well,
or
not
stop
only that, but here's my thing: is it's across the board, because your writers, you change as you age. You have different thoughts and everything. Obviously I'm not a script writer or anything. I'm barely literate, but with these movies, I would always pin like the sequel at the same time I do the first one, because then you have at least your same initial tone, and then you can modify it as you want to go, but you still have that original, and you've written it while you still have those characters fresh in your head.
Right.
That makes sense,
Yeah,
or at least have a ton of notes.
Yeah, because things could change. I mean, even maybe some subtle change in the way Bruce Willis acts. Even though we always know Bruce Willis will act the same way he does in every freaking character. And Samuel L. Jackson will be yelling and...
He didn't yell that much in this one, because... And actually, Bruce Willis was pretty soft-spoken in this one.
Yeah.
He was very...
Yeah, but he's
so it was slightly different for both of them, as opposed to the action. And Bruce Willis did start out in comedy.
Yeah. Well, look who's talking. No, seriously. He was the voice of the baby. Remember?
Yeah.
Look who's talking. All right. So, January 18th, 2019. Glass. Wish they would have decided to do something different with the subtitle. Maybe
What subtitle? It's just Glass.
I know.
Glass is the title.
Maybe they should throw something in the subtitle, because it's going to be 19 years.
Maybe Glass is Unbreakable.
The only people that are going to know about it are the people that are really diehard fans of it, or really, really liked it when they watched it. Otherwise, some people aren't around anymore that were around 19 years ago. So, all right. Next one. You want to take this one? This one.
Yeah, this is the best news of the day for us, I think. Jeff Goldblum is going to be in Jurassic World 2.
There should be a 2 down here in the picture. He's getting back in the saddle.
Yes. Oh man, I hope he has a shirtless scene again, don't you?
I guess.
Shirt scene.
Is he gonna have it? Is he gonna have it in Guardians of the Galaxy?
That better be this picture you pulled too.
Oh, no. Is he gonna?
We gotta have something for the ladies.
Is he gonna be shirtless in Guardians of the Galaxy too?
Well, Game Master doesn't really do that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. He wears
so Jeff Goldblum is returning to the world of dinosaurs. The Hollywood Reporter confirms Jeff Goldblum will be back for Jurassic World 2, reprising as Dr. Ian Malcolm, a know-it-all mathematician who came to the park as an insurance consultant. It's noted the character somehow survived both the original film and the sequel, although he was supposed to have died in the book.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, Michael Crichton's gone, and he sold the rights to the movie property, so they can do whatever they want, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he was alive when he sold. Remember? So, and here's the thing: like the owner of the park initially died in the book as well.
Yeah, he was eaten by compies.
Little
the little
compies,
yeah. It was a pretty
not
awesome
only that,
scene.
but he was kind of like a miser in the book. He was like a jerk.
Yeah.
That's why Ned Leeds, the engineer or the computer tech, whatever, wanted to betray him because he wasn't getting paid enough. Even though in the movie he kept saying, "I spared no expense except for the one guy who controls everything in the park. I did not pay him enough."
Yeah.
So, the untitled sequel to Jurassic World also sees Bryce Dallas Howard back as Claire, running around in heels and a short dress again, I guess. It wasn't really that short. Was she in a pantsuit?
Did you say it said untitled sequel? Like it's not just going to be Jurassic World 2?
Well, it's probably going to be World War Jurassic because, give me a second. No. It also stars B.D. Wong, Justin Smith, James Cromwell, and Toby Jones. Of course, Chris Pratt will be returning as well. No major plot points for Jurassic World 2 are known, but it's been said to be scarier, with it speculated the dinosaurs might be weaponized for war.
Wait. Zephyrin Cochrane's going to be in this?
I guess.
What? Wow.
So, this leads me to, if you've ever watched the podcast / YouTube channel, it's called Movie Fights or whatever. They actually speculated that as one of the sequels.
That is incredible.
Yeah, so that was good on them. But, I mean, who doesn't want to see dinosaurs being used as weaponry? Like, with the tanks. I mean, there was even that cartoon in...
Dinobots. Dinobots. I remember those.
Remember Dinobots?
Yeah, I had some of those. They were great. They had it was basically a dinosaur with these wire-framed freaking armors and stuff like that.
Wait, no, Dinobots...
Was it?
From the Transformers universe.
No,
You're thinking of, what was it called? Dino... 90s dinosaur cartoon. Man, we're having to Google stuff today.
80s, right?
90s, 80s. Whatever.
90s, 80s. Dino Riders? Was that it? Hold on, here's a YouTube video. Let me make sure it doesn't play any. Yeah, this was it. Dino Riders.
Dino Riders? Is that the one where like the humans...
Yeah, and their enemies are like these snake-like people and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Dino Riders. For anybody curious.
Hold on, now let's go to there was a lot of dinosaur cartoons in the 90s. It was Extreme Dinosaurs, if you remember that one. It was
Dino Riders.
Dinosaurs.
Dino Riders is the one where they put like
the tanks and stuff on the
the stuff on the back.
That's the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
When you said it, but I also then remembered that there was like the Extreme Dinosaurs.
Oh my god.
And all that stuff.
So technically the 80s predicted all this crap, not some YouTube channel from the 2000s.
Yeah, but to be fair, they're probably not going to have lasers.
Oh, they're going to have lasers. Come on. It's the future already.
Beast Wars is different. That's robots that mimic animals.
Yeah.
And so they had like a synthetic skin on them to protect them from energon radiation, which would cripple their systems.
Yeah, that link I put in the chat room is it's Dino Wars. It's or Dino Riders, whatever. Yeah, Dino Riders. Yeah, it's don't kill my dream, Ofu.
Hey, listen. Laser beams will be in the third one. Don't worry, Perry.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be in space by then.
Oh, dinosaurs
it's going to be
in space.
Jurassic Universe.
Turns out the dinosaurs don't need oxygen to survive.
Or Jurassic World. They've been genetically engineered to survive in space.
Oh, okay. All right, well, you heard it here. You heard it here when Jurassic World 3 comes out, and it's actually Jurassic Universe.
No, I've changed it. It's going to be Jurassic Worlds.
Oh, Jurassic Worlds? Okay, my bad.
There you go.
My bad.
There you go.
World War Dinosaur. All right.
No, that's going to be the spin-off after Jurassic Worlds, because now the dinosaurs are going to be sentient, kind of like that Extreme Dinosaurs that I was talking about, and they're going to fly around and fight evil humans.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be like Planet of the Apes and Star Wars, but with dinosaurs versus humans. those with superpowered lasers.
Will they make peace with the nice humans like us?
Hollywood, go ahead and just write me a blank check because I've got your movies for the next 20 years just based around dinosaurs.
Hey, listen, I hear DC's hiring bullshit writers. All right.
They can't stoop it much lower than hiring me.
And speaking of DC, let's go ahead and let's take care of this nasty business too. The Justice League International trailer was released, and what was the song they used in that?
I didn't even watch.
You didn't watch it? You didn't watch it? It was terrible cuts. They were bad cuts. I'll have to find I'll find the link and put it in there in between. But Superman's back on the poster, huh?
Yeah,
you were right all along.
Alert, Superman's apparently alive.
Listen, guys, there was dirt on his casket, and it was rumbling, and it was hovering over the casket. He's alive. Come on, guys, seriously. He had to pretend to die so that we may live. Does he sound like anybody? Does he sound like anybody? Seriously.
You killed him in 2 movies into his 8-movie contract. Yeah. You're paying him like $100 million for these films.
Yes,
you're not killing him off right now.
Yes, he's going to be in Justice League. Oh God. Also, I know we already knew he was going to be revealing himself to the Flash, but still, it's like, is he going to do the same thing that Superman was doing in this universe? And he's like, yeah, I'm Superman. How many people are gonna know he's Batman? There was a quip at the end. You should really watch the trailer. I can't believe you didn't, even though you put it in these damn notes.
I'm sorry, I had stuff to not do.
At the end of the trailer, we got to see Jim Gordon, and freaking J.K. Simmons looks awesome as Jim Gordon. And he says to Batman,
his own spin-off movie.
Listen, he is talking to Batman. He says it's nice to see you're getting along and playing with people nicely, or something like that. And then Aquaman shows up and says, "Huh, just like a bat, or dressed like a bat, or whatever." And Batman says something like, "Well, maybe not for long." It's got some humor parts, but I feel like it's going to be like the Suicide Squad, and we're going to see all the jokes in the trailers.
Well,
yeah,
I still can't get over. No, Gotham doesn't count. Gotham's stupid.
Yeah. Listen, when you've got the whole premise of Gotham is so flawed. You have started to create the bad guys before Batman exists. And the reason that all those bad guys exist in the universe of Batman is because of Batman.
You know what? Since I'm giving Hollywood all these ideas, this is how Gotham should have been. It's about James Gordon inspecting the mob suddenly being destroyed with these rumors of a giant bat attacking and injuring criminals. At the same time, if you live in... Because you can't afford to move, Perry. They're stuck in the 1930s. Where can they go? You've seen the cartoons.
What?
Anyways, so it should have been from his perspective doing the trope. It's called Mook Horror Show, where he's only going by... He's got these myths, legends, and rumors. And then all of a sudden, these super criminals keep popping up. Like he sees buildings getting frozen and stuff. And eyewitness accounts say a giant Batman attacked. And attack the criminals and stuff like that.
And even better, you have Batman save him a couple of times, and him still grinding an axe against Batman because he's a vigilante. Metropolis. Yeah, for sure. For sure. As long as you don't mind being flown through by Zod and Superman while they're duking it out.
Well, at least they have better lighting in Metropolis usually.
Yeah, it seems like there's always like a cloud. It's like, I know the way that Metropolis and Gotham are actually like set across the bay from each other or something like that, right? They're not far.
Or they're within like driving distance at least.
It's like Gotham is encased in 10 times the smog of Los Angeles, at least 10 times.
It's kind of like that they were built like Well, first of all, it's kind of implied that not just Arkham is cursed, right? But Gotham itself is cursed. So maybe somebody can clarify that in the comments for me. But I don't know. It's it's heavy-handed like tones based on the characters that live there. You know, Superman is all not in the DCEU. He's definitely not, or DCEU, whatever, the film universe. He's definitely not all bright and cheery, but I forgot where I was going. So Metropolis is bright and cheery. Batman's all dark and moody, so Gotham is dark and moody.
So wait a minute, are you telling me that Metropolis's fate and Gotham's fate as the cities that they are determined by what superhero inhabits the area? So, like, the reason why there's a dark cloud over Gotham is because Batman is dark and brooding.
Well, here's the thing. Now, there's actually something pretty clever. When in the Batman and Superman comics, Superman forces them to switch roles. Like, he goes and patrols in Gotham, and Batman has to go to Metropolis. And since Metropolis is so bright, it makes Batman's job difficult to lurk from the shadows.
Because it's so bright out.
Yeah, he's like, I can't hide very well, but he still does the job. And Superman, you know, because he's Superman, he just rushes around and grabs all the criminals, and he puts a ton of them in jail. He's like, this isn't so bad.
Great. Yeah, I don't know. And I guess it depends on where this Justice League movie's taking place. It was interesting, too, because they give you the... and I have a question, because I don't remember... because I think they covered him in Batman versus Superman, because I think it was part of the Nightmare thing, the flying ant-looking things. There was a part where Wonder Woman says something about the war's not coming, it's already here, in the trailer, and then it shows them fighting these big flying ant-looking insect-like bugs.
They're not insects. If they what are they called? They're Darkseid's minions. They're called
Don't hurt yourself.
I'm trying to think. What is it called? They're Demi something.
Oh, excuse me.
Inhabitants. Hold on. I'm just absolutely brain dead.
So anyway, so while you're looking that up, it's
Parademons. There you go.
Parademons.
That's what those were.
Parademons? Is that what you said? Okay. So they show some of those things flying around and fighting and all that stuff. But I'm still not impressed with the Flash. Cyborg looks terrible. He doesn't look... He looks like... if you put a big head on a little body? Well, imagine
they definitely
half a
messed
big
up
head
the
on a
CG or
little
something.
body. Yeah, it just doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like his head belongs on that body. Even with it being half cybernetic. I mean...
And yeah, he's supposed to be built to his proportions. And Cyborg was a very athletic kid, or teenager, whatever, college student, whatever they're going to do. So they should have done it to his proportions. But to be fair, he does have a second face in his body, right? He's got that Megatron face still going on.
Yeah. Oh, and in this picture, I need to zoom in here. It looks like he has more of his face in this picture than he does in the movie, or in the trailer for the movie. Aquaman looks okay, I guess.
I don't know. I'm kind of digging his outfit.
I mean, for a guy who's just gonna talk to fish.
I'm not even jumping in that. Well, listen, anything's better than French Stewart Flash.
French Stewart Flash.
Because he always...
He looks like French Stewart. I got you.
Yeah. Because he looks squinty all the time.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the Flash outfit. I have come around to the point where you said that it should be Yellow Lightning. It looks so crappy in the blue. Yeah. But whatever.
It does. And I was actually thinking about that this morning. That's how frustrated it's gotten to me, is that they're like, well, it's supposed to be more realistic. First of all, it's not lightning, it's Speed Force energy. It just is portrayed as lightning, and that's what it represents. I'm not going to flip. I try to respect other people's opinions, and I'm glad that at least in this poster they brightened up his costume a little bit.
He looks like he's wearing... Okay, so
I don't. Well, first of all, what's up with the black on there?
He looks like he's wearing freaking big ass football pad shoulders.
Yes,
or shoulder pads.
And here's another thing that gets me about the Flash. This is Bash Flash now. Is that
Flash.
Let's go back to the lightning part. The blue and red does not look that good together. Like if they're going to use a blue, they used the wrong color of blue. I think that's what was so great about the yellow is because it contrasted with the red, I guess, in a way. So it made each other stand out more, as opposed to it just kind of meshing in there, like blurring everything.
Well, I typed in Flash costumes and got a bunch of Flash Gordon pictures.
You have to do DC Flash.
Yeah. Even the TV show one looks better than this one.
Oh yeah, the TV. Because listen, why is he wearing body armor? He's about avoiding getting hit. That's why he's got the super reflexes and everything. Not to mention he.
Listen,
mass,
hey, Quicksilver was all about not getting hit either, but
the thing is, Quicksilver, it doesn't have make up the powers as I go along. Flash can literally do anything as long as he mentions Speed Force and molecules.
Yeah, I'm looking at even the comics. He's drawn muscular, but not armored.
Yeah, he's supposed to contrast all the others. Batman should be heavily armored. Obviously, he needs the flexibility for his fighting style. Superman is supposed to be bulky because, he throws around planets. Aquaman and Flash should be the most, slender, athletic looking. Obviously, aside from Wonder Woman, but she's supposed to have an Amazonian build, so... And we've already talked about...
And she's supposed to look hot. Right?
I think she's attractive.
Yeah, she's growing on me, I guess. I can't find any that are really, really armored. I keep finding nice sleek designs.
You could type in DC Flash Injustice, I think, costume. That one was armored. That's pretty much where they stole the... Yeah.
You talking about the fighting game?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
if you want to see armored costumes, there you go. That's the only one.
But this isn't...
Exactly. Here's the thing.
It's not even that armored.
These days, I guess maybe with Barry Allen, but, when Wally West was the Flash, his costume wasn't even made out of physical material. It was literally made out of Goes Fast.
What?
He could use the Speed Force to materialize his costume.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Great. All right. I can't think of anything else that's really stood out in the trailer. Like I said, the whole "the war's not coming, it's here" comment. The Jim Gordon thing at the end was cool. I'd say if anything, watch it just for that. I think,
yeah, but that was in the first one too.
Was it? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess.
Literally, all the international trailer released was having Superman on the poster now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me turn this tablet back on since it timed out since we talked so long. And we'll go ahead and move into the last thing here, the last section. Unless you got more. Anything else, Justice League? Save rounds?
No, I think I'm good.
Alright, I got this week, and there it is. Nintendo's going to release a 2DS XL. The whole point behind the 2DS was that it was a single unit instead of being foldable. And it didn't have the 3D feature, which was good for kids' eyes, because apparently the 3D is bad for young developing eyes. Which sucks, because that's what video games are supposed to be aimed at anyways. But now they're coming out with a new clamshell version where the screens, and I didn't capture it very well, are way bigger. They're probably... And the way the panel looks, it looks like it's bigger than the ones on our 3DS XLs. It extends to the top of the... It's the whole top half is a shiny screen instead of it being encased.
But I feel like I just got my 3DS XL.
But you don't need to get this. It doesn't have the 2D feature, or it doesn't have the 3D feature.
But I'm just wondering. The thing is, I don't use a 3D to begin with. I'm just wondering how long it is until they phase out everything with the 3DS XL, and like, okay, well now this is going to take certain cartridges.
No. This is just catching up. This is just catching the 2DS up with the 3DS XL. It's got the new processor. It's got bigger screens, and it's a clamshell version instead of being a one piece.
Which I do like that they went with the clamshell, because it just it's better, I think.
Okay.
And it makes it easier to carry around, I think.
Until you have small children that like to break hinges on game systems. And unless they unless they change the style on the hinges, which it looks like it's one single piece under the bottom instead of being the two hinges on the ends, it looks like under the center portion, which still has probably the twisting issue, but other than that,
they should have just went with 3 hinges. Make it more durable.
3 hinges, yeah. 4 hinges.
4 hinges.
Do I hear 5 hinges? Also, the 2DS,
hinges.
The new 2DS XL is
just release a hinge.
PG
Nintendo
for mild
hinge
violence.
XL.
Did you hear what I said? It's rated PG for mild violence. The new 2DS XL will jump out and hurt you. All right. Like I said, no 3DS or no 3D version. It's got the clamshell style, and it also is Amiibo ready now. So they put the near field communications reader in there as well. So games that like Animal Crossing that use the Amiibo connectors, they can do that now. So,
yeah, I don't use Amiibos though.
I don't think they. I think they said July. Yeah, I did write it in there. July 28th release date. This year. Hopefully they. Are we seriously printing? Okay. All right. Anyways, so it looks. Hopefully, it'll be rugged enough for the kids. Maybe something. It's gonna be $149.99.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad for a non 3D and more geared towards the kids kind of thing. So, I still play my 3DS a lot. So, yeah, lip print. That thing back there.
Those darn 80s hackers.
Yeah, no, it's probably the wife. All right, other than that, I think it's a neat idea. I think it's still good because, like I said, the 2D is good for the kids, so they're not hurting their young developing eyes.
Their poor innocent eyes.
Yeah, right. And $149.99, July 28th. Oh, and we didn't throw it in there, and I mentioned it last week. I think the NES Classic Edition. Nintendo said they've sold. SNES? Yeah, the SNES version's coming out this year supposedly in the winter, but they've sold 2 million of these.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
I have one.
They made 2 million of them. Yeah, but which is weird because they only made like 10 of them.
What?
They only made like 10 of those things. So how they?
Does that mean mine's even more rare and I should put it back in the box?
Yes, you should have never taken it out of the box.
Damn it!
That's why you always buy 2 of everything.
Yeah, I told the wife the next time we're getting 2 of those damn SNESes, and we'll hold on to it.
I've got to figure out how to get one of those SNESes.
All right, I'll sell you one for $500.
Oh no, thank you. How about a hug?
How about a hug? All right.
Yeah, pat on the back and all the water you can drink.
All right, $450 for a co-host discount. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and move into the last thing here. This is a kind of quick. I don't know. I always like talking about Heroes of the Storm because I play it off and on. But Heroes of the Storm 2.0 came out this week, actually. Came out Tuesday. And right now, I know did you uninstall it already?
Yeah.
Okay. With the launch of the 2.0, they are giving away 20 characters, which is just over about $100 worth of characters for free. It's a good tactic to try and get new people in. Especially those that are playing the other MOBAs. They're like, oh, I don't want to spend all this money. I've already spent this much in League of Legends or Dota 2. Why should I do that? Now they're giving you a pack for free of 20 players, which is not bad. It's a good taste of what's going on. They've changed the way the player level works. It's now directly tied to each of the individual characters' levels. It's cumulative now. But in that, with that also they released the new map Hanamura, which is from Overwatch, and they released Genji as one of the characters, the ninja. I got a picture here. Yeah, there we go. A new melee character, melee/range, because he throws the shurikens when he's at range, which is kind of cool. It's basically a carryover from the way his character works in Overwatch, which was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the character, and like I said, I've been playing Overwatch again lately. So they're doing a cross promotion in Heroes again. If you play 5 games with friends, you'll get the Oni Genji skin in Overwatch. And then next week, the next quest unlocks, and it's 5 games against other players, so actual matches. And you'll unlock the Diva Police skin. Check this thing out.
Yeah, which is its own controversy right now, apparently.
Why?
It's a minor one. Because they put her in a police skin, so they're like, oh, well, they're siding for the police. Or something. I don't know, just...
Wait a minute, do they not know what the Overwatch Force is? It's a world police.
Remember, the people that are getting offended are people that don't play the games, they don't watch the movies, they don't read the books, they don't read the comics.
Wow.
These are people that just see a picture and get offended.
I'm triggered. Where's that image?
Oh, you still got some more stuff to say.
Yeah, there's a couple of things we'll cover really quick. They've added 2 new currencies because they've changed up the way things are, and depending on how long you played, especially for the veterans players, they really rewarded them for the money they've spent. They gave us all these loot boxes dependent on levels and how long you've been playing and all that good stuff. People that have put in a lot of money have gotten these veterans crates that is the only reason that the crates are there. They created them for these players that have been with the system for so long. That have, like, it drops an extra item and has a higher chance of dropping more valuable items. But anyways, these chests, these loot boxes, so they kind of picked on the same way Overwatch does, where you get loot boxes with skins and sprays and stuff like that. So they've added a bunch of stuff. All the skins you can get in loot crates. You can actually get characters in the loot crates. Even in the regular ones, you have a chance to get a character that you haven't unlocked yet. Or if you do... If you get one that you've already gotten, you'll get, back in this picture, these shards down here in the bottom right. And what you can do is if you collect enough of those, you can basically craft either a skin or a mount or something like that in-game for that. So even if you get duplicates out of those crates, which is basically the same thing that Overwatch does, it gives you credits that you end up spending on other skins and stuff if you want to buy one outright. The gems are strictly for buying, I think, new characters along with gold. You can use gold to buy characters as well, still. And that's the only purpose they have now, is to buy characters. The gems, you can either buy a new character or buy more crates. Or loot boxes. So they've added a way to purchase further, but still at that random... And it seems to work. I mean, they've made tons of money off of Overwatch. They've made tons of money off of Hearthstone. Because it's all the same stuff. Hearthstone, it's just a random pack of cards. You're not guaranteed to get anything. Each of the 3 color variants for skins are now their own skin instead, so they're not...
just repaints?
Yeah, not just repaint. Well, they are repaints, but they're just individual skins now instead of being one skin that you can change a color on.
Oh, okay.
So it still gives you the chance to randomly get whatever. There's voice lines for the characters, but there's also announcers, and apparently even Murky's one.
Murky,
yeah, the Murloc.
Well, I'm sorry, I retired from WoW.
Oh, you haven't played in a while? You stopped for now?
Well, like, I did about 3 months on it, and then it was like, hey, you want to start paying? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
But I might pick up Heroes of the Storm again, because that's something that you can just kind of pick up and play.
Yeah.
As opposed to WoW, where it felt more like a job. I mean, I was enjoying it, but it's like, I got to do these 4 world quests. So I'm getting up at 6 in the morning on the weekends to do them before they expire and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So but I might pick up Heroes. that being said, I'm not good at it. It didn't help that I had to hit the ground running to unlock that flame saber.
Yeah. Well,
but
over time, listen, you're never any good at anything right off the beginning unless it's something that's similar to before. Like if you played a shooter before, you're good at a shooter. It'll be, you'll be fine later in a different one. But, what were you gonna?
The closest thing to the heroes that I could consider is, well, I guess it is in a way it is an RTS, but
yeah.
Still substantially faster than
that Hanamura map is really interesting too. Remember how the ones we played on mostly were like 3 lanes going across? It's only 2, and you can't directly affect the enemy's core. It's all done by indirectly delivering shots from your cannons. And if you take out enemy towers, it adds another shot, and each core only has 7 hit points. So the matches could conceivably go pretty quick if you can dominate the other team. But we were having issues even on the AI matches because they seem to have upped the AI even in beginner, where they're actually doing the objectives a lot better.
A lot more aggressive?
Yeah, a lot more aggressively. Like, you have to escort a payload to an endpoint for it to do damage to the other core. And they're actually hopping on the core and attack and escort, or hopping on their payload and escorting it where it needs to go, or attacking yours when you're trying to escort it. So they're actively trying to stop you from doing what you're supposed to do, and they're trying to do what they're supposed to do. It felt like an actual tough match. So it was still a lot of fun though. And we had a blast the other night playing. So trying to work on those match completions. So now, what were you going to ask about Overwatch? You wanted to say something, or did you forget? We were talking about.
I was going to ask anything about Overwatch.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to say something about Overwatch because we were talking about the Diva skin.
No. That's.
Oh, okay.
We covered it. That they didn't realize that they don't understand that Overwatch is a police force.
Yeah.
But they don't.
I finally got to actually finish that uprising mode in Overwatch. It was pretty neat. The mission going through and what was it? Tracer's very first mission on the Overwatch team. It was pretty neat. It had a good ending and all that. It had some story points to it, and it was a lot of fun. I like when they do those individual events for whatever holidays or whatever's going on, or whatever special events they set in the game. So I'm still digging Overwatch. I still think that Halloween one was the best one though.
Yeah, the Halloween one did have some good ones.
Yeah, the tower, basically a tower defense where you're protecting your keep from all those freaking Omnic zombies, and them throwing in the different characters like Junkrat being Dr. Junkenstein.
I don't know though, but Team Fortress 2 had pretty good Halloween ones too. With that.
Oh, really?
That wizard. Remember that one?
I didn't know. I never played Team Fortress. It wasn't.
Well, you played Overwatch. You've played Team Fortress.
Hey, watch what you're saying.
Hey, don't say things that are accurate.
That's terrible. So, all right. Well, what do you say we get out of here? We've run on enough, especially about Justice League.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. All right, that's all we got for you this week. Thanks for listening, and for those of you who joined us on the live stream in the chat room here, thanks for your participation. We greatly appreciate it. Please leave us feedback on our episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, and anywhere else you can get our podcast from, as it will help with our visibility so that others may discover us. And please
spread us like a virus.
Yes. Well, maybe not a virus.
Pretty one.
Please like, share, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, where we're currently talking to you.
You can contact us at ECG_podcast on Twitter, at our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/ECGpodcast, or our email address at ecgpodcast@gmail.com. Also visit us at our webpage, www.stasisgeek.com. That's STASISGEEK.com. Like Jeremy said, post a comment and we will totally read it, and we will give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depends on if it's grammatically correct and if it's solid content. It can't be just first.
Right.
Or only based off our... thank you, Joshua. we will definitely need to. Yours is let me see if I remember his podcast. It's what, On the Stoop, I think it is. I think that's what Joshua's is.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, my buddy, he does a podcast and it's called, I think it's On the Stoop. If you can comment really quickly, like in the next 5 seconds, I can say it on here.
Yeah, well, no problem giving you a shout out for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. On the Stoop, yep, I was right. See, I know. I listen to it sometimes.
All right, and I
mean, like once every few months, but.
What kind of stuff do they cover?
He just covers, I think he's talked about music on there, just general stuff. It's kind of like a New Yorker thing, it feels like to me. Okay. He also sounds like, Josh sounds like a guy that should be in like a mob somewhere. I've talked to him on Skype many times, or Google Hangouts, and he does that in New York. Like, he is absolutely New York for me. You know, I want him dead. I want his friends dead.
Great. All right. Well,
I say that in a good way, Josh. And do not send your thugs after me.
All right. We'll be back next week. Until then, stay geeky.